Sorry, we came in. Yeah, let me come and talk to you.
You aren't in a vehicle, so who are you? You TikTokers, are you?
No, we don't do TikTok. No, we actually, technically we do journalism. Technically.
You're the barber job, aren't you?
I'm the barber, yes.
Yes, thought you were.
Did you read the media, did you?
Yeah, go on, off you go. Off you go.
We actually came on just to look around how big it is. That's what it was.
Private. What do you think you're doing?
Because it was open, we walked in.
It's
and
not open.
this gentleman here said a lovely lady owns it.
Right.
If she's here, she'll
Go
talk
on,
to
off
you.
you go. Off you go. Go on, both of you.
So you got no words to say, no?
No, nothing
No,
to say
no.
about anything. No, I suppose he had.
No, he
Yeah,
just said he's selling his caravan.
Come on, off you go.
We are going, don't worry. We're going, don't worry. Look, you see how it's open? That's why we walked in, and we thought you'd come out initially, but we didn't see you. So yeah, anyway. You do realise what the media write is not always accurate, right?
Everyone lies.
Exactly,
Yeah,
you know
off
that,
you
right?
Go. Go on.
Do you have anything to say about Nicola Bulley?
Nothing at all.
Nothing?
Go on, nothing at all.
What about the dogs? Do you like dogs?
Go on, off you go.
Okay.
Do you like dogs? Okay, let's take that back. So when she first comes out, we can't quite exactly hear what she's saying, but...
No, we just wanted to have a walk around. Go on, you go.
I think she says, who are you?
Sorry, we came in. Yeah, let me come and talk to you.
And she's stopped coming forward now. Notice this as well. She's come to what she sees. This path is obviously some sort of thoroughfare, and so she's prepared to come to the corner of her property here, and she's sort of marking out her, like, this is me and my space, and I'm prepared to come and confront you, but I don't want to be coming down and getting in your face and having a row. I think she's also a little bit timid. There's two gentlemen. She's come out to confront them, and they've come starting to walk towards her, so she's decided to stop. Like, it's a bit of a midway point for Penny. Like, she's confident, and she's aggressive is probably the right word, but not like, you know, I would expect, or I'd hope that people should feel confident if there are people on their property, like in this situation, to come out and say, you know, who are you and what's going on. But she's not going to be so aggressive as to run up and get in their face. I mean, maybe that's a controlled decision because she thinks she's on camera, and she doesn't want to run up and get in someone's face and look like a total nut job on camera. It's certainly a reticence to be completely yourself, you know, for two reasons, like many different reasons why this could be. It might be that she hasn't even seen the camera and she just thinks there's two men here, and I don't know about getting too close to these two men, you know.
Who are you? You TikTokers, are you?
You're TikTokers, are you?
No, we don't do TikTok. No, we actually, technically we do journalism.
She had her hands in her pockets as they approach.
Technically.
You're the barber job, aren't you?
And when she says you're the barber job, I love that. I actually find it really funny. A barber job. You're the barber job. I think she means, like, you know, she's seen Curtis. He's recently been presented in the mainstream media. At this point in the story, he'd recently been presented in the mainstream media as like TikTok ghoul, you know, and what have you. And they'd revealed where he used to work as a barber or whatever. So she's obviously seen that. She's recognised him, and she said, "You're the barber job." And I just like the turn of phrase. I don't know why, like, Bobber Job Week, barber job. I don't know. It just seems like a fun turn of phrase. But the way she says it isn't like horrible and aggressive either, isn't it? It's, you get a little bit of body language as he approaches.
No, we actually,
She stood very still.
Technically, we do journalism.
And when she notices, she taps her chest herself. Oh, I know who you are. Oh, I think she might be feeling a little bit nervous at this point. She's got her hands in pockets. She's an 80-year-old woman. She does look like the sort of person that works on a farm, in that she looks like she might be capable of, like, you know, mucking out the cows or doing this and that. She looks like the sort of person who gets hands on, doesn't she? She doesn't, like, she's out there in a jumper and her boots, and you know, I don't know that about her. You know, I just assume if you have this land and this property and these horse boxes and this and that going on, and, you know, whatever. I don't know if it's a horse box, you know, whatever. You know what I mean? Like
Technically.
You're the barber job, aren't you?
You're the barber job. And she sort of takes a step back. Curtis appears to be carrying on past her, doesn't he? Like, up the path. So now she's going to sort of escort them along and out. She's going to go with them. She's still got her house door open. She's left the door open. I don't know if that's so she can beat a hasty retreat, or if she always leaves the door open when she comes out to talk to people, or if there's someone else in the house. But you're the barber job, aren't you?
I'm the barber, yes.
Yes, thought you were.
Did you read the
Okay.
media, did you?
And she's ushering them out, you see. She's ushering them out. Okay. That's immediately enough for her. Right? She's, okay, don't want to talk to you. Have no interest in this. You could see that as quite defensive. But also, I feel like it's almost above it. Like, she thinks of all this as nonsense. She's not interested.
Yeah, go on, off you go.
Go on, off you go. Hands go back into pockets.
Off you go.
We actually came on just to look around
Yeah,
how
I'm not getting a full view of her all the time here, so it's kind of difficult. But
how big it is. That's what it was.
Private. What
this is surprise.
do you think you're doing?
It's private. What do you think you're doing? And the way she says it reminds me of like a school teacher or someone who's like telling people off. She's got a point, hasn't she? Like, she's not engaging about anything. Like, she knows what they want. She knows what they're interested in. The Nicola Bulley case. Yeah. She knows that. And she doesn't want them all messing around by caravans. So I can understand that. We've got a track record of someone who doesn't put up with people messing about around by the caravans to the point where people who actually rent the caravans feel they're quite annoyed by her. But this could be complete. Like, if I was red flagging it, I'd say, well, she doesn't want them sniffing around the caravans, does she? But at the same time, like, does anyone want anyone sniffing around their, like, this is my house?
Because it was open, we walked in,
It's
and
not open.
this gentleman here said a lovely lady owns it. If she's here, she'll
Go
talk
on,
to
off
you.
you go. Off.
She's almost laughing at that. She's like holding back a smile there. There's almost like a bit of rapport between her and Curtis. You're the barber job, and then he's not been cowed by her attitude. Like, with some ladies like this, again, I'm going back to my own feelings because I've worked with people over the years. Like, if someone's been a bit bolshy around you and then you're like, you know, shrunk into your little shell, then they think, oh, you're a little ninny. But if you're just like talking to them normally and not like cowed by it, then they kind of think, all right, you know, I'll stop being so bolshy. I get you. I get it. It's not working on you. And like, there's almost like a sort of bit of banter, yeah, like a bit of rapport building, and that I feel like she's dealt with boys before, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, it feels like there's almost a school mom sort of approach to it, where a bit of camaraderie can get you a long way, as well as being, confrontational. This guy's certainly not being confrontational, keeping his hands in his pockets, not even looking at her. Eye contact, not like, this guy feels uncomfortable at this confrontation. Certainly doesn't want to be going and getting in a confrontation with Penny. I imagine he's here so that if any confrontations are had, like, he's back up for Curtis. So he's not here to like rough up some 80-year-old woman, and he just feels a little bit uncomfortable.
Off you go. Go on, both of you.
So you got no.
And he's even smiling himself. Look, in this frame, he's smiling, she's smiling. So it's that, like I said, it's that rapport. It's that, you know, all right, you know, I've come out to shout at you, and you know I'm supposed to be shouting at you, but no one really is doing any shouting. And like, you both know the rules, and like, come on, off you go. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, there's no real aggression from Penny here. There's no true aggression. She's smiling at this point. He's smiling about it. There's no, like, you get the feeling that there's no like bad vibe going on here. Like, no one's getting like a tension moment.
You got no words to say, no.
And she feels more confident to walk into their space now and like walk them off as well, because of that icebreaker. You're the barber job, or I know who you are. Like, now the idea that these men are going to attack me, or these bad TikTokers are sniffing around, you know, that's all out the window. Now it's just, let's walk them off.
No, nothing to say about anything.
No, nothing to say about anything. She's fed up. Like, you can hear it in her voice. No, nothing to say about anything. Like, how many times have I had to tell these people? I've been exasperated by it, she is.
Go on, both of you.
So you got no words to say, no.
No, nothing
No,
to say
no.
about anything. No, I suppose he had.
I suppose he had. Right, and here's a big tell. That's a big tell. I suppose he had. So to her, remember what I was saying earlier, imagine you're Penny and you've got this guy living on your property. To her, he is the cantankerous man. He's the difficult one. And she's like, well, I suppose you've already been getting, like, you've heard it from him. She imagines that what these people have been saying about her, it's like, imagine people are talking to you down the end of your drive, and it's that man and he's talking about you and he's telling them all this shit. Filling their head with all this nonsense. Like, you'd be eggy about that man. And you'd think, these two have probably come up to see what a bastard I am now. You know, there's already like a premise set, so she's angry about the man that's renting the caravan.
He just said he's selling his caravan.
Come on, off you go.
We are going.
And Curtis says he's just said he's selling his caravan, and she knows that's bollocks. Like, I mean, not bollocks, but she didn't reply to it or anything. But in her mind, she's saying, "Yeah, I bet that's what he said." Do you know what I mean? Like,
Don't worry. We're going. Don't worry. Look, you see how it's open. That's why we walked in, and we thought you'd come out initially, but you didn't. We didn't see you. So yeah. Anyway, you do realise what the media write is not always accurate, right?
Curtis, realising that she has seen him in the media, is now trying to, you know, defend his position that they're painting him out to be a bad person, and he's not, which is a fair point.
Everyone lies.
Exactly.
She was going to say they're all liars, but then she changed it to everyone lies. So it did come up in chat, is that a clue? Everyone lies. But including her? No, I don't think so. They're all was going to be the first statement. They're all liars. But then I think she felt that that was too directly personal. They're all liars. The News of the World, the Daily Mail, they're all liars. So knowing that they're on her back, she doesn't want to be in public or on camera saying they're all, so everyone lies is a bit more of a blanket statement, which is not pointing a particular finger at anyone in particular, so it's not as aggressive. So what she's done here is she was going to be slightly more aggressive, and she's toned her aggression down for the camera maybe, but or for a public image or for whatever, you know, as a self-defense. But they're all liars has turned into everybody lies. Bit more of a softening of that statement.
Clearly, you know that, right?
Go on.
So she's agreeing with that. Like,
Do you have anything to say about Nicola Bulley?
Nothing at all.
this is a bit of a strange one. You don't often see people do that with their hands. No, nothing at all, showing the palms. I think this could be read as a display of innocence, because you're showing that I've got nothing up my sleeves, nothing in my hands, I've got nothing to hide. But it also could look like you've caught me red-handed and, you know, hands up, the police are here, you know, do you know what I mean? Showing the palms of one's hands is a low confidence position. Is a low confidence position. I'm going to ask the Google as well. I'm just, you know, if I was offline, I would do this. So I'm just going to do it online and just be honest. Google, can you tell me hands up body language? Can you give me any other ideas on that? Palms offered upwards are a plea gesture, as if asking for arms. Yeah, like this. Yeah, like please, like can you help? But that might also be palms up like this. They're talking about asking for arms, I think. Begging, that's what they're talking about. So that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking like, 'cause it's a really strange one, isn't it? Yeah, here's an idea. That it's like protecting, no, please back off. Defense, isn't it? This thumbnail appears to have it, so I'm going to click this.
People think Leonard.
No. I mean, this is just someone else's opinion on it as well, so like second opinion sort of thing. Show me. I don't want to know about watches. I want to know about. Here we go.
Conditions that any man can use. First up, open hands. This is all about honesty. It's
Honesty, showing your hand. Yeah, I said that. Showing your hands. Yeah, showing your hands.
showing your hands, showing that you have nothing in your hands.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're not going to attack the other person. Next
Yeah.
up, we've got open arms. This is showing you've got nothing to hide. Now,
So this
again,
is honest again. This is honest.
don't go overly crazy here unless that is your intention. But open arms, it signals, I want to bring you in. I am open.
So I'm agreeing then with what I said, or he's agreeing with what I said. It's nice to have a second opinion. We're saying this is nothing to hide. So at first you might, oh, like police, you know, no, but no, this is, I've got nothing to, you asked me directly about Nicola Bulley, and I've got nothing to hide, is what I would read that as. Like, if I wanted to red flag it, I would say, it looks like you've caught me red-handed, Gov. The minute you talked about Nicola Bulley, her hands went up, and that's really different. Yeah, it is, because I think she's quite anxious about that, because we all know that that's what we're talking about. That's why Curtis is there. Like, no one's trying to buy a caravan. She's trying to usher you off the site. No, she hasn't got anything to say. About what? About Nicola Bulley. I've got nothing to hide. I don't think it's the sort of body language that she's pre-planned. If someone says Nicola Bulley, I'm going to do this because then it's going to prove I've got nothing to hide. I don't think that. I just think it was an instinctive.
Lies.
Exactly,
Yeah,
you know
off
that,
you
right?
go. Go on.
Do you have anything to say about Nicola Bulley?
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
Go on, nothing at all.
What about...
If you like what you've been watching, then consider subscribing to the Super Chuffer channel. This is just a short segment from a longer live broadcast. You can find it on the live, or press playlists and check out the extensive Nicola Bulley playlist. Once you've got through that, there's a Madly I'm a Cam one as well. Lots and lots of lovely, lovely stuff for you to check through and view. Super Chuffer channel, on the road to 10k. This has been a little segment from a longer live. You be good, my little puckos. And remember, if you can't be good, you're naughty.